Remote viewing of underwater base near coast of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. I sense that there is a base underwater near the coast of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. I have often astrally explored it and even remote viewed it on November 16, 2015, and it has a large electromagnetic frequency generator attached to the base that creates vortexes and ley lines for the province of British Columbia. The space feels old, ancient, and like it has been on Earth for a long time, generating energy fields under the ocean, perhaps to stabilize the Pacific Ocean. There is no one living on the underwater base now, but it can be accessed remotely through long distances in space in order to calibrate the base technologies so the energy generator works correctly underwater in the electromagnetic frequency fields and waves that it emits. November 16th, 2015 RV notes on underwater base with energy power plant generator. Underwater base that floats. Dark underwater, very deep in the ocean, somewhere near the coast of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Power plant, energy generator. Device can move through water. Device still works. Now stationary in the water. Emits electromagnetic frequencies, waves. Ancient, old. No one lives on the base now, but base can be accessed and remotely controlled from long distances in space. The power generator attached to the base creates vortices and ley lines for the province of BC and somehow stabilizes the Pacific Ocean. Original hand-drawn RV notes from November 16th, 2015. This is what the underwater base looks like. It's elongated on both ends, and it has the power plant generator in the middle of it. So it does allow for different types of humans and extraterrestrials to be on the space, human personnel and also extraterrestrials. And this base is very big and it's underwater, so it can hold a large crew complement. This underwater base is somewhere near the coast of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. It emits electromagnetic frequencies, waves. The underwater base is now stationary in the water. It's ancient and old. Device still works. Device can move through water. Power plant, energy generator, that's the middle portion of it, and the base does float. So it works, and it's located dark underwater, very deep in the ocean. This is an internet graphic that I put together of what the underwater base looks like to me, what it looked like during the remote viewing, and what I remember it looking like even to this day in October 2018, because I have gone back to do more graphic notes on this remote viewing. So this is a large underwater base and power energy generator plant. It's close to 300 meters long, and it has 3 sections to it. The long section on the left-hand side, where crew complement can be. The center, the power plant generator. And it actually rotates left and right, so it moves in motion, the generator itself. It's like a spoke wheel. And then the more elongated front on the right-hand side of the base. Again, this is where crew complement can be, where the forwards bridge is likely, and the energy generator is in the center. So that's where all the electromagnetic frequencies, fields, waves, and power is generated for the base itself because it floats. So it's a self-sustaining technology that creates its own power source. Basically, it is the power source because it's a power plant generator in the middle of the base itself. So its engines would not be in the back section of it. It would be in the middle where the energy is generated. And this underwater base is larger than a nuclear submarine. Nuclear submarines are 175 meters long. This one is close to 300 meters, so it's much bigger than a submarine. It's more like a small space station as a comparable to what it compares to, except it's underwater and it's a base that floats and moves and can be stationary, and it's very old. I had decided to do some post-RV analysis of the November 16th, 2015 remote viewing of the underwater base because this shape of the base, the elongated portions and the center, the power generator, it really reminded me of a few different things, and I also posed a question about how the underwater base operates. So I will start with the question and then the post-RV analysis. How can a large underwater base that is ancient, old, and remotely controlled still float within the depths of the ocean out near the coast of Victoria, BC, Canada, in the Pacific? ? So because this underwater base, it has a power plant and it literally generates electromagnetic frequencies, energy, power. It's self-sustaining base. So it basically creates its own power source, its own energy to power itself. So it could be underwater for long periods of time, and it's ancient. It still works. It floats literally underwater. So it creates its own electromagnetic fields to keep it afloat underwater. And it's large. It's 300 meters long. It is larger than a nuclear submarine, which is 175 meters. That's currently what nuclear submarines are built to standards of 175 meters long. So this is complex technology, and what I think this space does is it floats underwater, and it could dock with other underground facilities. So it could, because it could move backwards and forwards, and it has its own power plant. So it literally can move through long distances in water, underwater, literally in oceans. And it could dock with other underwater facilities, perhaps other floating bases or bases that are under the water and build structures, because that is also possible. There are secret underground bases all over the planet, all over Earth. So I think that this underwater base could dock with those types of stationary bases or even other moving underwater bases. And the post-RV analysis is, what does the underwater base remind me of? My impressions of first thoughts are nuclear submarine, power station plant, some sort of space station, obviously a smaller space station to what would be in space. This is an underwater base, but it does remind me of a space station. When I looked online on the internet, I found the center point station images from Sci-Fi Graphics, which have some similarities to the shape of the underwater base. Remote viewing of portal hubs underneath Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. There are areas underneath the major cities of the Greater Victoria Area, British Columbia, Canada, where portal hubs were built out for teleportation and transportation purposes. Both extraterrestrials and human personnel work together to travel through these portal hubs to the different secret underground bases that are located underground, on Vancouver Island, and other parts of the Earth. There are large tunnel systems with these portal hubs that link the various secret base locations together. The portal hubs are used constantly for travel and transporting people, cars, trains, and machinery. So basically, these portal hubs have replaced the maglev trains, which were older type of transportation used for underground bases for transporting people, machinery, and other types of stuff around technologies between the different bases. Now that maglev trains have been replaced with the portal hubs that are basically can do the job much quicker than the maglev trains. The secret underground bases have energy beam weapons and refraction cloaking technologies, etc. Many of these underground bases are clustered and located underneath the Greater Victoria Area, British Columbia, Canada. So it's much more convenient to have portal hub stations that teleport things around the planet, around Earth, to the various spaces as well as people. It's much faster. It's literally, you build them underground, very deep underground, and they're soundless, so they can't be heard, these portal hubs. There's no vibration from them. They don't emit vibration that makes sounds. There's no as in maglev trains. So if there's an earthquake, these portal hubs are much sturdier and quicker to use. So there's a great advantage to having teleportation devices deep within underground facilities that connect the facilities together. Because again, it's quicker to transport people and things around. They're not very noticeable because they're deep underground, so normal people wouldn't see them. This is classified technology that's not available on the surface of the planet. It's for Black Ops projects, basically, and literally for those types of things. October 2nd, 2018, RV notes on portal hubs underneath Victoria, BC, Canada. And Victoria is the greater area on Vancouver Island. So there are many different cities around Victoria, major cities, which have these underground portal hubs underneath the cities, deep within underground. Large tunnel systems made from brick to mask what is beneath. Many of these portal hubs exist under major cities in the Greater Victoria Area, British Columbia, Canada. Portal hubs connect to underground bases, humans and ETs working together in the secret bases. Portal hub stations for transporting and teleporting people, cars, trains, and machinery. Transportation to other underground facilities. So these portal hubs are teleportation and transportation system devices. These portal hubs are large and consist of 3 circular ring portal systems that generate wormhole-like energy waves in order to teleport people or things elsewhere on various Earth locations and also different planets in the solar system. So again, these soundless portal hubs stations have replaced the maglev trains, the older systems that were used before, especially in the time of NORAD. So the maglev trains, which are even faster than bullet trains in Japan, these maglev trains connected a lot of the older style underground bases in the US and Canada and NORAD. These maglev trains would connect them together. But now they've been replaced by the portal hub stations. And it's much faster to use teleportation systems than maglev trains or even bullet trains. So it's faster technology. It's cleaner as well. It does not leave a footprint behind. Fourth density matrix beyond light years. Portal doorways and entrances beyond Earth locations. Large energy emissions. Photon grid. Secret underground portals. Deep underground. Hydronic energy powers the portal hubs. Crystalline power source supplies are used. Refraction mirrors act as solar beam panels, artificial sunlight, continual power source, pulsing light energy beams powering portal systems. Power sources that provide energy to the portal hubs look like mini sun systems. Holographic technology is involved. The portal hub stations are hidden secret technology that only privileged human military know about. These teleportation devices and many of the mixed-race hybridized extraterrestrials that come from various ET human hybridization program projects from the secret underground bases on Earth. This is the hand-drawn remote viewing session notes from October the 2nd, 2018 for the underground portal hub stations. Large tunnel systems made from brick to mask what is beneath. Many of these portal hubs exist under major cities in the Greater Victoria area of British Columbia, Canada. Portal hubs connect to underground bases. Humans and ETs working together. Portal hub stations for transporting and teleporting people, cars, trains, machinery as transportation to other underground facilities. So these portal hubs are fourth density matrix beyond light years. Portal doorways and entrances beyond Earth locations, as well as beyond light years. So it's fast-tracked portal technology. Large energy emissions, photon grid. Secret underground portals, deep underground, using hydronic energy power that powers the portal hubs. And basically, under the three-ring portal system that you see in this drawing, there is the refraction mirrors that act as solar beam panels. And these panels are literally connected to the ring hubs. And they create artificial sunlight, like a light bulb, like a huge energy-packed powered light bulb. If you can imagine that, it sort of looks like that, and it's connected to the three-ring portal system. So it's a continual power source, and it has pulsing light energy beams powering the portal systems. And it utilizes the hydronic energy to power the portal hubs. So all of this is interconnected. There's literally 2 layers to it. Well, 3 layers. First, there's the brick tunnel systems to basically hide the portal hub stations that are under these tunnels. And then under the portal hub stations is the refraction mirror technology, which acts as solar beam panels, and it has other things connected to it to power the portal hubs. So it's complex technology that's very interconnected, and it's based on crystalline energy as power supplies as well, and holographic technology. So it's advanced technology, and it's used by the Black Projects, sometimes what is termed as the secret space programs, and they're interconnected to the Black Project's operations on Earth and off-planet as well. Extraterrestrials working in connection with human personnel, human military personnel. And there's several of these bases under Vancouver Island, and also these underwater bases as well. So, and it's all interconnected by portal hub technology, and the underwater bases can dock with the stationary underground bases to transport personnel and other technologies, etc. So it's all interconnected. And there's different types of underground bases as well all over the earth. It's not just Vancouver Island, Victoria area, British Columbia. There's Area 51 in the United States. There's the rumored Dulce base in the United States. There's NORAD. There's the Cheyenne Mountain base in the States again. And NORAD actually works with Canada. So there's connections between NORAD's secret underground facilities and that huge base working with Canada and the US. So there's a connection. Various projects shared. And obviously a lot of technologies have been reverse engineered to be able to make these secret underground bases, these portal hub station technologies. Obviously, human military working with extraterrestrials that come and visit Earth and are off planet. So extraterrestrials are here, and they're working with human Navy, Army, Air Force, Defense. There's all kinds of connections. And obviously this remote viewing shows that this is all complex and it's been going on for a long time. These are internet graphics of what some of the portal hub teleportation stations look like that are near the underground bases. And they utilize wormhole-like energies and technologies basically for teleportation and transportation of extraterrestrials, human personnel, and different types of machinery, cars, trains, perhaps even small planes. And these underground bases exist all over the planet, all over Earth, not just in Canada. There's so many different tunnel systems underground that connect the bases together, and teleportation portal hub stations. It's all interconnected, and it uses the wormhole-like technologies to basically transport and teleport people and things around the Earth and even off planet. Crystalline technology is utilized quite a bit to power the portal hub stations, and that's shown in these internet graphic images, especially the crystalline technology in the wormholes, and how basically energy beam weapons are used on these bases, on these underground bases, and often actually protect the portal hub technology. There's energy beam stations as well beside the portal systems, and they act as the protection grids because these are underground secret bases, and the powers that be want them to stay that way. They don't want this disclosed to the public. That's why it's secret. That's why it's underwater and underground. And this is all the RV results that I have on the underwater base and the power hub portal system technology.